Hello and welcome to NewsX Auto. My name is Shiraz, and in this video, as you would have guessed by the title, I'll give you the highway review of the RE Gurela 450, which would comprise two things. One would be the RPM at cruising speeds and the vibration at those speeds, okay, the presence or the lack of it. And see, this should be similar to the Himalayan because what they have done is they have changed the sprocketing to accommodate, of course, the change in the rear wheel size, and they've done it to bring the overall gearing almost exactly the same as the Himalayans. But then yes, we have to find it out for sure. So let's begin. Alright, so I'll take it up to 80 immediately. Here. Alright, so 80 in 6th gear is at 4000 rpm, the same as the Himalayan. At this point, if I am concentrating hard, there are absolutely zero vibrations, and in the meantime I have got up to 90 kilometers per hour, and that's 4500 rpm, zero vibrations. 5000 rpm would be 100 on the speedo, and at this point there is a faint buzz in the foot pegs, but I have to concentrate hard to feel them. It's a buzz. You cannot call it a you cannot refer to it as vibration. So let's take it to 110. That would be 5500 rpm. That buzz is, there has been an increment by just a wee bit, but you still cannot refer to it as vibrations. 120, 6000 rpm. Now you can refer to it as vibrations in the foot pegs. A faint, minute buzz in the handlebar. Your question is, can you maintain this all day? Oh, absolutely you can. Not at all a bother. You just know that the bike is alive. It's not a washing machine on wheels, also known as electric motorcycles. Now 130, 6500 rpm. No substantial increase. 7000 rpm, 140. So the interesting observation is that in 6th gear, from 4000 rpm onwards, you can just multiply the rpm by 2. Like 4 2s are 8, so 80, 5 2s are 10, 100, 6 2s are 12, 120, and at 8000 rpm it should be doing 160. 7000 is 140. See, at 100 feel vibrations in the seat, alright, but would you be doing that all the time? No, you would not be. You're on the best of expressways like this one, the Lucknow Expressway, you know, you would be maintaining 100 to 120 and sometimes 130, 140 as well. So even if you keep this at 140 kilometers per hour, the vibrations are not that bad that will make you back off. Okay, let me check again. Alright, so at 125. Okay, the strange thing is the vibrations from 120 to 125, 138 are slightly more than they are past 130. Of course, the vibrations are still there post 130, but there is a minute drop in the intensity. So let me check again. From 125 to about 130. Okay, that's the minute zone wherein you can say that you feel the most vibration. Below 120, see, I'll tell you what, 120, 130 is the zone where you will feel comparatively more vibrations than even above 130. See, the crux is, as far as vibrations are concerned, okay, you would not be bothered. That I can promise you. And this is a new bike, okay? For anyone who's been riding for, I would say, more than 5-6 years, he would know that the vibrations, they come down, okay, by after every service, and the bike actually settles after the third service. So even for a new bike, it has, I would say that RE has controlled the vibrations in a very effective manner. And once you're past the third service, it would have even less vibrations. So then you can actually cruise at 120, 130, 140 all day. You can do that even right now, but the point is, see, I have done the engine brake in the run-in, okay, because this Ari gave it to me. This was a brand new bike that Ari gave it to me. So unlike the other journalists and YouTubers who gun it from the word go, I did the running in for the first 200 kilometers, but I would have run in for 500 kilometers, but then I have to return the bike as well and I have to complete my testing. So an owner would not be taking it to 130, 140 in the before the second service. After the second service, you can. I'll make a separate running in procedure. See, it's the same as the Himalayans. You can watch that video, but that's a long video. I'll make a shorter one for this motorcycle. So again, the crux is, if you want to tour on this motorcycle, vibrations will not put you off. You can tour. Of course, it has a smaller fuel tank, so you know it will call for more frequent fuel stops than you would need on a Himalayan, on the Himalayan rather. And see, again, this is a naked motorcycle, okay, a roadster. And RE, you know, they're calling it a roadster. Okay, I would say that this is a mix of a roadster and a scrambler. Okay, but the point is, it's a naked motorcycle, and if you complain about wind blast on a naked motorcycle, you must be the one who would complain about getting wet while bathing, right? See, right now I'm maintaining, if I maintain this, yeah, it can be done. The best part is that the handlebar is almost devoid of vibration. There is a buzz, but you cannot call it vibration in the handlebar. There is just a faint buzz. Okay, it will keep you awake. Again, it will tell you that the bike is alive. And even in the seat, in the foot pegs in the tank, the vibrations are not that bad that they will cause you to back off. So yes, you can maintain 120, 130, 140 all day. So guys, I hope you liked the video. Do hit that like button, do subscribe if you haven't already, and do leave a comment, and I shall see you soon in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. इसको बंद कर दें पहले.